giving cozy. It has been snowing all morning. I think it is supposed to turn to rain later, but for now it has just been snowing all morning long. And it's like one of those days where it's like snowing and it's really dark inside, so like it's dark enough that I can turn the tree on, and it just feels super cozy and festive, and I want to make waffles. Last night we were watching the cartoon Grinch, the newer one, and the mom made Cindy Lou waffles and she brought them to her friend. And I was like, wow, it's been a really long time since I've made waffles. And I just feel like the holidays are kind of a more luxurious, indulgent time of the year. Let's make some waffles. Alright, let's just do a little taste test while I wait for the rest of them to cook. This one I think could have been cooked a little longer. It's not very brown. But this recipe is making like way more waffles than I need to eat right now. So I'm probably gonna end up just putting most of them in the freezer for another time anyway. So then we can put them in the toaster, and like when you put them in the toaster, it like crisps them up. It's okay if they're not like super crispy right now. Good flavor. I'm not gonna put like syrup or butter or anything on it because I'd prefer just putting some chocolate chips on it instead. So, bone apple tea. Bone apple tea. When you like fold it in half, it squishes the chocolate and then it like melts it all up. So good. Definitely a good choice to do today. It feels like it's nighttime already because it's so dark outside. Look at that little piggy. Oh, I woke her up. I woke her up. I woke up the pigs. They're saying, feed me now, feed me. Hello, sweet piggies. Hello. What do you think, boys? Should we get some treats? Huh? Some cucumber or something? My sister's mother-in-law was getting rid of this bread maker. Honestly, I've probably had it for like over a month, but she gave it to me because they were getting rid of it. And it's been sitting on the floor in the kitchen because I haven't had a chance to like check it out. So I thought, since we're kind of like, you know, we're vibing with the baking today, you know, just having a cozy little baking day, I don't know, I kind of just wanted to take it out and maybe test it, see how it goes. I've only ever made bread like by hand, like hand kneading it. I've never used a bread maker before. I've had bread that was made with the bread maker, but I've never personally made it myself. So I actually don't for sure know if I even have the stuff I need, but I'm gonna take this out of here and see if I can make bread. What the heck? I've run into a few things. First of all, I've never seen a bread maker like this. Like, why is it so wide? Like, does it make 2? Anyway, I washed it up. It is used. So I washed it, made sure everything's clean, but I'm like trying to read the recipes and like, oh my gosh, like they call for some weird stuff. Like I don't have milk powders, so I can't do any of the recipes in the book that it came with, but she must have printed out this recipe and been using this, so I think I'm gonna go with this one. The only problem is that I only have regular yeast, like active dry yeast, and this says bread machine yeast, but everything, all the recipes in this book say you can use either or, so you know what the heck. I'm just gonna use this and hope for the best. And if it doesn't turn out, then it's my own fault. But from what I gather, you just put all your grub in there and you put it in. And like, once it gets to the cooking part, I don't really know how that whole situation works, but I don't know. I'm just gonna put the ingredients in the bucket and put it in there, and then we'll go from there, I guess. Also, this may as well have been a Black & Decker sponsored video because this is Black & Decker and I haven't washed my waffle maker yet, but I guess I'm just gonna let it do its thing until it's done. Okay, so it's been a little while. It's been like over 2 hours. We have like 26 minutes left. But she is looking like a big old loaf of bread in there. Look at that. Ooh, that looks so good. Oh, there we go. Look at that, we have bread. Look at that huge hunk of bread. It's like so tall. I don't really understand. It's such an interesting shape. It's really tappable though. It's my bread. I can put my hands on it if I want to. Come look at it.
I gotta go. Whoa! It's tall!
I know, it's so tall.
Nice. I like it. Nice tall loaf of bread.
It's pretty firm, like.
Tall, dark, and firm.
Ooh, pokeable.
Alright, I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Bye, I love you.
Okay, so since it's so like long and tall, like I'm kind of confused on how you're supposed to cut it. Like, am I supposed to cut it in half and have like 2 loaves, but just like one side is just cut? Or like, do I just cut it like, like a super tall loaf of bread? I don't know. The bread itself tastes good. I mean, I kind of got like, you know, the end piece, so if you're a crust kind of person, you'd probably like it, but I like the soft like middle piece. I mean, nothing wrong with fresh bread. So Tyler came home today with an interesting little gadget. He said that his buddy gave it to him. When I saw it, I was like really excited because this is what it is. It is a Rode little wireless like mic that you clip to your shirt, and it like records like good audio. And like, this is something that like I've seriously been like wishing I could invest in for not so much the vlogs, but like for my other channel, just because I try to keep things a little bit more on the professional side over there. So I was so excited. I've never seen one of these in real life before, like not like anything like this. Like a Rode one is kind of like a fancier one. And then I Googled it trying to get more information, and I realized that this is the only piece of it that I have. I don't have, he wasn't given like the receiver part of it that connects to the camera, so I was like really excited, and then I was really disappointed because I was like, oh, like I can't use it. However, upon my I was watching videos about it, and so I did some Googling, and I was trying to find like if you could buy just like a receiver, and you can buy them like on eBay, but you can't just like buy the receiver like from like Henry's or like Amazon. It always comes with a mic too. But even the ones on eBay were like $150, which I can't really like, it's Christmas time, like I don't have money for that kind of stuff. let's be real, I don't have money for that kind of stuff even when it's not Christmas time. But I continued to watch a couple like videos on it and stuff, and so this little guy like is supposed to connect to a camera with a receiver, and like the audio just records into the camera. However, it also records like a backup right onto this little doodad. So I was like, I wonder like if there's like a workaround way that I can still kind of use this without having the receiver. So my problem solving has led me to this solution. Through the Rode like app that I downloaded on my computer, I turned on the backup recording. Basically, you just plug this, like put the cord into the side of this and plug it into your computer. You can turn on like the backup recordings. So the audio recordings just record right onto here. I feel like I'm repeating myself a million times, but I'm just trying to explain it in a way that makes sense because I'm not good at explaining things. So as soon as you turn this little baby on, the sound just starts recording, and it can record like up to 7 hours, I think. And I really like patting the top of it. After you record, you can plug it back in your computer and you can download the recordings. I was like, well, like, I mean, like, if I can do that without the receiver, at least that way I could still use it without having to buy something right now, but still like use it. So let's do a little testy test. I did do a test, like I just recorded a couple seconds and then I plugged it in, and it did work. Like I could hear myself, but I want to do like a test of like, you can hear the audio from this camera right now, and then I want to clip it, like I'll hold it and then I'll maybe clip it, and then we can kind of just compare, see what we're looking at here, see if this is like a feasible thing for me to use. Probably not for the vlogs, but for my other channel, because it is a little bit more work in post, because I will have to import it and sync it and everything, which honestly is not that hard, but I digress. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on. Okay, it should be on right now. How are we sounding? Can you hear this? I won't know until after, obviously, how it turned out, until I'm listening to it the same time as you guys. So this is what it sounds like when it's like right up to my mouth, but I want to know what it sounds like. Get on there. Okay, that is a chunker. Holy smokes, look at that. That's big. It is very obvious I got something going on there, that's for sure. How are we sounding? Does it sound good? Does it sound feasible? Like, do we think that this is something that I could use as a creation tool? I've been avoiding like long chatty bits in the vlogs because when I go back and watch them, I'm like, why did I sit there and talk so long? That is not entertaining whatsoever. So let me know if you think that the audio on this is good, if it's worth it to like record on it and then add it in post, especially for something that was like free. Like, keep that in mind. Like, this just like, I don't know if I manifested this or what, but it just walked in my door, okay? So obviously not a perfect way to use it, but like, at least it's not going to waste until maybe at some point I could get a receiver. I almost want to go like edit this right now so I can find out if it turned out good or bad. Let me know what you think.